Hey, Mike Mo here. Today we're taking a look at the ESR Halolock 3-in-1 wireless charger. This is special because it includes their own patented CryoBoost, which is basically a whole cooling mechanism that keeps your phone cool so that your phone will charge faster than if you use one that did not have cooling. And we all know that heat is one of those things that will damage a phone really quickly, but also because of the smart charging capabilities of an iPhone, it would also throttle the amount of power that you can charge based on the temperature in order to protect itself. So this is something that ESR sent out to me so that I could do this quick little video for you. All right, so we're going to go ahead and take a look inside, and you will see what you get. I believe this retails for about $80, which is a pretty decent price. It does not include the Apple Watch charger. That's something that you're going to provide from your Apple Watch in order to make use of this. And that's not necessarily a bad thing. It's just something that helps to keep the price a little bit low, and every Apple Watch does include that charging system cable anyway. Now, a little bit more about the CryoBoost. The biggest problem, of course, is heat. So it tells you that it creates a constant cooling air flow over your whole charging area, so your phone stays a little bit cooler, thus can sustain faster, more sustained charging wattage. Now you can scan this to get an upgraded 24-month warranty, which is pretty awesome. And here's a little bit of instructions as to what's going on inside over here in the setup. Now, if you notice in this diagram, there's actually some cable management in there, which is really key in keeping this nice and clean. Now, they sell a separate little case for your AirPods Pros that work really well with the set. This does not include it, but they do include it in their $100 Pro package. All right, so let's take a look at and see how this is here. Take this out, and it has a standard DC barrel plug AC adapter, and I know this from seeing the pictures. And this outputs at 12 volts at 2 amps, where it consumes 24 watts of power. It's pretty standard stuff. This is the US plug version, of course. Now, taking a look at this kit, I will say that it has a premium feel only on aluminum parts so far. And this is significantly cheaper than some of the other third-party docking systems that I've seen before. And I think a little bit has to do with the fact that this doesn't include an built-in Apple charger. Okay, so that's something that you have to include yourself. And also that there is more plastic in use around here that does the housing for it. But look at it, this actually tilts up and down. So it's really good for watching videos and having it on a tabletop, for instance. Note that this is these are the maximum angles that you can have this tilted at. So if it doesn't work for you on those notes, that's as much as it goes. Now you can see there's actually some air intake over here for the fan to blow up into it. And this is nice and clean. This actually has a nice glossy finish up here. And from my experience with the ESR products, the magnets are pretty darn strong. Now there's one single button in here. This does give you a quiet mode, which is all important because you don't necessarily want the fan running all the time. And they call it the dark mode because it turns out any of the lights. But dark mode also for when you're sleeping, so that there's no soft hum of the fan if, let's say, you have it right next to your tabletop or bedside top, for instance. Now, looking down below here, what I would like to know is if it supports the USB-C fast charging of the new Apple Watches. And yes, it does. There are two plugs in here, one for the standard and one for the fast charging. Now, if you get one of the fast charging chargers, it would actually help to charge your older watches also a little bit better. Now, note that there is no CryoBoost for the Apple Watch portion of this, of course. So if that's something you were looking for in terms of the CryoBoost, it's only for the iPhone. There's a whole system here, and I do believe that this will only work with the original Apple cable because the cable lines are going to be very specifically cut out specifically for the Apple original charger, and obviously to work out well for that. And I'll test that a little bit later to see. Over here, we also have a Qi charging spot section. This is specifically for your AirPods. So AirPods, AirPod Pros, but if you get the AirPod Pro case that they also sell separately, you can actually stick it on here magnetically as well. So other than that, it seems pretty no frills. This section here looks like it's much better built than I expected it to be, which is good because that's going to help give this a nice clean appearance. Now, why some other units cost a lot? I will say a couple of things. This piece here is all plastic. This feels a little bit light, right? And same thing with the plastic. Don't get me wrong, it's a really nice plastic, but it does not feel as premium. Also, the shapes of the aluminum extrusions are also tend to be a little bit thinner than something, for instance, like another third-party competitor that includes the charging system, the MFI charging system with the Apple Watch included on there. And of course, you got to license that, and that costs a lot more. So this helps keep the price down, provides you additional features that you can't get with other chargers, namely the CryoBoost feature on here, and also does so with an adjustable head, which is something that a lot of the other expensive ones did not add until very recently. All right, I have it plugged in right now. I have the CryoBoost on here. And I have to say, I'm pleasantly surprised that it doesn't bug me in general use. It has a little bit of a higher pitch. You're not going to be able to hear it very well in the microphone, though. I'll put a different other microphone in here, but I think it has a noise reduction on here, so it may not pick up. But I will say that I'm pleasantly surprised, and it does feel like it is cooling the system or the whole phone down. So that part, it seems to be doing quite well. Don't get me wrong, I can hear it. Quiet space at home. I can hear the fan. It has a little bit of a higher frequency. As you can see, there's a little bit of a blue light when it's charging too, and you won't see it here because it's too bright here. But I can definitely hear it. And of course, you want regular speed charging or regular, you just press the quiet button. That shuts it down. It is still charging, but the phone will definitely heat up a little bit more, and so it will not maintain as quick of a charging as you can versus having it on. Okay, so if I do this, do quiet mode or dark mode by pressing the button, it's off. Looks like I have to do it every time. It doesn't remember the setting. Yeah, it defaults to CryoBoost on, which is fine because most of the time you want the CryoBoost to be on and not the quiet mode unless you're sleeping. Now the bottom here, I'll have to say that the magnetic hold is about as strong as Apple's own. I don't think that it's much stronger. It's about the same. And the tilting is sufficient, definitely for having a FaceTime call with this on the table, or if you're standing up and over the unit itself, that's also going to work fine too, but it's not best for having a FaceTime call with someone looking down at them. All right, I'm going to go ahead and take a look and see what it takes to put in the charger cable for the Apple Watch, because I'm going to have to snake some things down there. And that could take a little bit of work, so we're going to find out how that whole experience is. I'm just going to unplug it, and basically I'm going to pop this off. And we're going to snake it through, see how well I can do this here. So this will likely go in, okay. So I snake it in here, so it pops that out through, yep. Okay, I'm gonna say this doesn't feel like the best experience in the world, but if I get it just right, it'll probably be okay. And it's not something you're gonna adjust after this. At least I don't see myself adjusting this later. And then this part, now this is the original one that came with the Apple Watch, and I'm using the Series 8 cable here. All right, word to the wise, do that first, then pop this through. and it's just held through by rubber. And then I snake this down here, in and around, and this should take up all the cable slack, I'm hoping, with the one that comes with the Apple Watch. It did not say, or at least it wasn't very clear, whether or not using the shorter cable version is better, but I'm just snaking this through. It's not that bad. It doesn't feel too hard to do anyway. Okay, looks like we're almost there. You know what might mess this up is if in the future Apple decides that they're going to give you a different one. Oh yeah, look at that. That's almost perfect right there. And it really didn't take that long to do. Okay, that's it. Now I can plug this in, charge my watch. Let me see if I can get this just right. Actually, maybe it is just right. Success. Yes. And charge that. Charge the phone with a CryoBoost. And then finally, I need to go grab my set of AirPods. Stick that on there. Do that final test. Finally stick on the AirPods down here. And they are magnetic down below too. So they slide right on, no problem. There. That works well. Quiet mode. Yeah, I'm definitely going to have quiet or dark mode on when I'm using this by the bedside. And when I'm just using it normally, I'll keep the CryoBoost on just to keep everything a little bit cooler. I'm going to stick a case on here, and this happens to be the ESR case, magsafe case that I hear that shipment is coming in right around the time when this video is being posted, and it holds on pretty well. Now note that since the base is not super weighted, there is a little bit of movement when I stick this on there. Just a little bit. And that's a little bit of a difference between something that costs way more than this and this one. It doesn't feel super lightweight, but as you can see, because of how high it puts the phone, there is a little bit of movement on there. Now you can rectify this by getting some micro suction stuff on the bottom, or just some sort of sticky tape just to hold it a little bit better. But I think that's acceptable. But as you can see, there is that slight difference. I think that'd be one of my cons, is that because of that, it feels just a little bit cheaper than some of the other more premium brands that charge a lot more to be more weighty. All right, that's it. That's a quick look at the Halolock 3-in-1 wireless charger with the CryoBoost. The 3-in-1 has the Qi charging down here for the AirPods. It's got the CryoBoost charging up here for the iPhone. And it has an Apple Watch insert with cable management over here. So you can charge all three at once with a quiet dark mode with the press of a button. I know it's a little bit surprising, but sticking this on here, it actually works. You don't even need a case. The magnet's strong enough, so you can actually charge your AirPod Pros directly without a case. Just stuck on right there, just like that. All right, I think that covers just about everything that you may or may not want to know about the Halolock 3-in-1 wireless charger with the CryoBoost technology. Now, while this is not a sponsored video, I'm not getting paid to post this video. They did send this product for me to do a video on. If you're interested in other ESR products, they definitely want to send me more so they can show you more of their products. And obviously, because it is not sponsored, I can say whatever the heck I want about it. This is going for $79.99 retail, and the links that I have for this or might have for this are non-affiliate links. In fact, I'm no longer part of the Amazon affiliate program. So feel free to purchase or not purchase, completely up to you. If you would like to support my channel, please give this video a like and subscribe for more, and share the video with your friends and family. Once again, thank you for watching. I will catch you in the next video.